Agreed. What was it?
The dark one.
The dark one. What's that?
It's the thing that killed you, probably, and brought you back to life.
Oh.
Probably.
Well, is that like a god?
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay, so
No,
we know
we
what
know.
Quinn wants
Yeah,
to do.
Well, hear me out now.
I agree, Klein. I think we should kill it.
It sounds like great practice.
And then eventually, like, I'll lean in and give him a kiss on the cheek. But if he tries to like advance on it, I'll kind of like tease him, and then I'll like smack him on the face. And then I'll grab him and draw him in and run my finger on his chest. I'm just like, slap, push away, pull in, kiss, and I'm just like playing with
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm just like edging him.
Oh my god, that sounds like my ex.
What the fuck?
Lots of mixed signals.
Viola would be the kind of partner who goes like, "You can't come yet."
It's very effective. Morgan's into it. And Trogdor activates their cloud rune, and instead of hitting them, you hit Viola instead.
What?
Like when it happens, like so his sword, he pulls it out and he's stabbing and he's like, "Oh no, my sword's being directed," and then he sees it going and he goes, "Oh no, my sword is being directed."
I can't believe this. Well, reaction as it swings toward me, I go, "Ooh!" And then I push it to the next person.
Oh shit, no!
So we're just playing hot potato, but the potato.
So
is Joseph.
I can have him direct it toward Prince Airless.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, you know what? I learned my lesson. I don't think I'm gonna be able to push Trogdor.
I would say probably not.
I'm gonna need unholy help on this one. That's it for my turn.
Am I hearing you want to team up?
The unholiest help. A bimbo and heels.
You grow and she goes, "Ah, a challenge!" And she hits you in the balls with the hammer.
You big dwarven balls.
I'm gonna backblast you, 28. That's 9 damage total.
That's 9 damage to the balls.
That was one ball. The other ball, 21 to hit.
Yeah, well, actually, never gonna have kids after this.
12 more.
I don't think Wax should have kids.
12 more damage.
I canonically also agree that Wax should never have kids. I don't like the idea that Wax could have sex.
No, Wax should definitely never have sex.
He's a Ken doll in my mind.
Yeah.
He's a Ken doll in my
He
mind.
sacrificed his cock to Merkel.
Yeah, that's part of worshiping Merkel. Is you need to your genitals, they go away. That's part of the horrible eldritch deal.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why you want to animate. That's why you animate dead people, because you can't fuck. So you just, I'm gonna become a necromancer then. Like,
Yeah.
Well, after she hits each of your balls with the hammer, and you bend over, she gives you one last. She cups the balls with her left hand, and lightning surges for.
that's a real kinky girl.
You need to make a 16 dex save.
Yeah, I need a girl who will, while I get big, she goes and just beats my balls and then stabs me. Taser my balls.
5 lightning damage to the balls.
He's still standing, but fuck, man, this guy is having a time.
Oh fuck!
I've
That eyeshadow around her eyes begins to like bleed down her face and liquefy as the tattoos go from gold to purple and black. And yeah, she reaches out and grabs your balls. Inflict wounds.
Everybody's after the dwarf balls.
Well, he grew, so.
I don't know what you meant by this game. Literally a game at women are gonna attack your balls. No!
Does 15 hit you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just big. That's all I am.
That's 33 necrotic damage.
To his balls.
Are you still alive?
I'm still alive.
And then you attacked again for 16. Ping! Holy shit. You just see her going.
On the other side, Ambrose.
Deflect! Now, boys, what you're doing is very rude.
We're Philip paid to guard?
You take money to beat up
Guard?
elderly men?
I take money to beat up anyone.
Well, I'll beat you up for free. I had my turn.
Just reminds me of my father.
Oh my god.
Emotional damage.
I am feeling bad about it.
That's the other facet of me DMing. They're all sluts. I try and kill you, and I'll make you feel bad for killing them.
And they all have daddy issues.
They all have
Everybody's got
is.
daddy issues.
In the place.
Professor, as you felt yourself turn to iron, and you feel sort of these effects flow through you, and you know that you finally reached the end of your journey. What are your last thoughts, your last words of wisdom before you pass on?
It's more like a string of thoughts, as his spirit can't physically speak in any real way, but out of the particles that disseminate, only the spirit sat there remaining as it floats away. And he looks around at the party, and and it's like a life before your eyes kind of thing, all 700 years, and he feels satisfaction knowing that he overcame a lot of the obstacles that were core to his life, and that he made a difference in his community. He's left his permanent mark and legacy on the world, and he says, I've done all I can do. Gods be with you. And he fades away praying that you guys will escape. And he knows you will. And as he...
For days.
I know, dangerous.
Well, I'm also going to share with you, he true polymorphed into a dragon because as an elf, he believes that elves are a superior race because they live for 700 years, like they outlive all the races. But he was like, the only thing that truly is superior to elves in the world are dragons and other immortal beings. So his goal in life in his 700 years time span was to achieve immortality by ascending into a dragon. So he eventually did achieve that. So he was immortal at that point. He was just pretending to be old.
So when I do true resurrect you, you can pick any body that you want.
Ancient right now.
Comes back as 7-year-old him and relives his whole life.
I'm saying.
He was really looking forward to an eternity of gathering knowledge. But he cared about y'all more.
Crazy bastard.
Crazy bastard.
Ezra, I think we have to have another kid so we can name him after the professor.
I'm not going to complain too much about that.
Yeah, maybe... Like... I need a break first.
Does anyone want to babysit?
The Danny here informed me that you were coming. He said you might need some help in getting established here to do what you need to do and stay low. I told him I'd do this favor for you.
Alright.
My name is Victor Amadeus Wands. I'll be hosting you here in Waterdeep. Please make yourself at home.
Wands? Those wands?
You've heard of
The
our
Wands?
house? Yes, Victor Wands of House Wands. I am the eldest of the siblings.
Cool. Cool. Those wands. Awesome. I will whisper to everyone and just say, be on your best behavior. We're in front of one of the Lords of Waterdeep, so no robbing. And I point to, and
And I'm gonna click my heels together and the wings unfurl and I start to fly into the air.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna fly
gay flying
30
boots.
feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll start flying above the stage with my bucket of wine. Make sure I'm within range here. Yep. And I'm going to take out my wand and flick it toward the elven woman on the stage, and a bottle of wine goes flying at her. I cast Catapult.
Okay. Right.
One for you!
Victor, it's your turn.
The one who's shooting at me, as the flame around me disperses and I have been burned a bit, I go, "You bitch!" and I hurl a wine bottle at her. I cast wine!
Just
I cast wine.
You cast red?
As a caterpillar, what's my intelligence? Because I'm definitely going to try to be like reaching out to Poppy and be like, "Poppy, Poppy, it's arson!
you're a caterpillar.
It's arson!
Are you hungry?
Is there any leaves next to you?"
Oh, it's a boat, Arson. Why do you sound so funny?
I want an apple to crawl into.
You got an apple? yeah, you know, it's just arson's been turned into a caterpillar.
It's not every day that I get to fight another wizard. We're gonna have to do this one the old-fashioned way. As he prepares his wand, places it in the left hand, and uses his boots to fly toward... What's his name? Ontlid?
Haunted, yeah.
Ontid? And I punch him. Superman punch!
Okay. Right.
22 to hit.
Okay.
I right hook his ass
That hits.
for 5 damage. If he does come back, Davril, I don't think I have to say this explicitly, but he was a very powerful wizard.
Yeah.
That spell he casted, that's beyond what I can do. Far beyond what I can do.
Beyond my powers as well.
Wizards or not, it seems he still got hurt when I shot him.
He's still just a man.
Still just a man.
Yeah, he's not.
The old knuckle dusters still work.
Yeah, what was that about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got a good, like, fucking haymaker in there. What the hell was that?
You said let's do it the old-fashioned way. Is that the old-fashioned way?
Well, I mean, they teach you all this
Bushes?
they teach you all the fancy schmancy magic in school, but at the end of the day, a fist and a sword can still kill a man.
Yeah, but like I figured that was like after you run out of spells. Like you had more spells.
I'm not gonna lie, Davril. I knew he was a far more powerful wizard than I, so I had to play to my advantages that I had over him. I'm stronger than him. Did you see his withered old man ass? I still got some muscles.
Oh, please tell me please tell me Victor's not like his brother and also has levels in monk.
Let's just say the family follows the trend. They all have a fallback plan, and that's I'm gonna punch that motherfucker.
But it wasn't even a fault.
It wasn't. It was like punch that guy.
Yeah, you were like counterspelled one spell, and he's like, "Well, I'm throwing hands now."
Lars, Have confidence in yourself and the actions you take. Davril, stay alive so that way you can build that connection with your mother. And Arson, it would mean there is nothing in the world more that your daughter would love than to see you alive. But also, take down these goddamn cowled wizards so that I can build some business outposts here. Fuck me. I go back up onto the ship and I go, Captain, we're leaving!
God damn, that is a man after
God,
my
I
own
thought-
heart.
I really thought that was going to take so much longer. Thank God, Mr. Wands, let's go. And if a sailing ship could squeal, like squeal tires.
Explain.
You know, I honestly thought that all this was what I wanted. I was like, you know what, fuck the Salam Chance, fuck the cowled wizards, I'm tired of all this guerrilla tiptoe around bullshit, assassinations, let's just fucking fight them.
And then you realized we're hopelessly outnumbered and not gunned, what's the word?
Class.
No.
Probably outclassed.
Certainly without the same amount of arcane capability, or deep pockets, or seemingly endless hordes of mercenaries.
Not long after a week, you know, when you're standing out, looking over the city, just on fire and pluming with smoke, with dead bodies everywhere, you kind of start to wonder, is this really what I wanted? Is this what Genevieve would have wanted?
Seems like you've grown a lot in 2 weeks.
Well, granted, only 2 months ago I was just a lackey under their boot.
I've been meaning to ask Ian, what's with the mask?
Oh. I remove the dwarven mask. It's uncomfortable to be in some places, and sometimes we prefer not to be known as we were.
Vague.
As ever.
So, yep, I can definitely tell you're Ian, so...
He hasn't changed very much.
No, he hasn't. In fact, he looks a little more traumatized than normal.
Really, do you think so? I think he looks a little bit healthier.
What's the difference?
I think she looks at you and tilts her head a little. I think maybe something that you thought had been broken in your heart mended a little while you were gone.
Time has a way of healing wounds.
Eventually. I'll let you know when it finishes. She pats Cervantes on the shoulder. It's never really worth it in the end. But that's what you swore to do, right? Fight in your god's name. Uphold your oaths. And it doesn't get easier, as that I've found. In fact, if it gets easier, you've probably done the wrong thing.
Turns out, at this point, it's really about... It's not even... I was originally out to avenge Genevieve, but you eventually come to realize, after everything that's happened, that the lives... The people that are still alive are what really matter.
And keeping them that way.
Which has been really hard.
It's been so hard. Oh my god.
You wouldn't have by chance have had like a situation where you're like, I'm going to pursue my dreams, and she was like, no, don't leave me, and you were like, sorry, but I choose this career over our relationship. Bye!
It was that, yes.
Oh, honey.
What she said.
Honey.
Cervantes is a little bit of Quentin.
And upstairs. What art thou doing?
Javril, if we follow your guts, the you know, for all we know, you're gonna run into your long lost sister or some shit going left.
That's better. Wait, that's not even.
It is when you got like a fucking cohort of women following you around everywhere. God damn it! You already have enough women.
I don't understand what that has to do with anything. You ran into a fucking flex goal that he had to horses.
Only because Lars shut the door behind me, and I had to find another way out. That was literally all his fault.
You didn't just try to open the door. It wasn't locked. You just closed it. You
Wait,
didn't think,
listen. If it's not your long lost sister, it's gonna be some seductive drow woman. Like, come on.
What are the chances that she is even here? Don't even put that idea out there in the universe.
You know, judging by all the magical bullshit in here, a wizard is responsible for this, and if it's not Subri, well.
Well, we gotta find out who. I'm going left. You go right.
Party. The party again.
So, I'll tell you.
Feet.
Yep. So, you are just about to tell Cervantes, maybe you should, and then he goes and you're like, God damn it, not again.
Could you give me a con save?
A con save?
Yeah.
25.
25, you pass.
27, technically, because you have plus
27,
2 to
yeah,
science.
that's true.
You might want to move, Lars. I just start backing away.
Okay, Cervantes.
Alright. You see him walk over to the bed and plop down, looking like real comfy and happy with himself, and then he just looks at you. You know what, Lars? After you locked me in that room, you never said you're sorry. Come over here. And I walk up, and I punch you. 24.
Yeah, that is.
And then I punch you again. 29. Right hook, left hook, and then I'm gonna like pin you up against the railing here, and I'm just gonna, you know, why not?
Yeah.
Action search. Punch.
Oh, so this is how
Oh, you know, I'm not gonna punch you. I'm gonna attack roll, push you over the railing. I'm gonna push you. Athletics check. 28. Punch. And I grab you.
I'm gonna contest that.
Yes. You could roll athletics or acrobatics.
Nope.
Nope. You go over. So you go bloop, and you fall to the floor on the other side. And it's about 25 feet or so. So this is a big house.
No, we're friends.
Yeah, you take 10 bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor. And you feel the wind knocked out of you. And it's your turn.
All right.
So you're
Lars,
prone.
do it.
You're prone on the first floor.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what Lars do. He's finally like, I can finally trust.
This is why I told you should go to the gym, bitch.
Fuck out of here, soft boy.
Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do, no, not prayer, healing. Fucking healing words. Or, not healing word, god damn it. Cure wounds. I'm gonna do cure wounds.
Okay, well you hit healing. Okay, there we go.
I misclicked.
Yeah. So you get 15 points of healing. You can use half your movement to stand.
Bonus action hide underneath the fucking thing, so that's why it doesn't go and get me.
Okay. Bonus action hide. Roll stealth.
You know what? No, fuck that guy. Cutting action dash. I'm going after him.
Okay. Okay. Cutting action dash.
Motherfucker. He goes door.
Someone close. It wasn't me. Someone closed the door on me. It wasn't me.
He was outside. What do you mean? It was you.
Someone closed the door. Here, up here. There you go. Where'd everyone go? Wasn't this hallway full?
Flavor text. I'm gonna get ready to shoot this man.
Okay. Gravity wins.
You found these fists.
Sometimes gravity wins. Sometimes.
Fair. Fair.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Because Cervantes kicked in the fucking door like an asshole, and then he comes out swinging like an asshole. I got punished for him being an asshole.
So,
Cervantes and Lars.
I imagine we're both in sleeping bags. Yes, metal.
I feel like we need a drinking contest.
Sits up out of his sleeping bag.
In the sleeping
We have booze here?
I mean,
no. You hear Ninky from the other room. No.
We could get
Unfortunately.
jar of alchemy, maybe.
I didn't give that to any of you.
Oh, you said
I think
you
I
had
did,
one.
and you sold it actually.
Oh.
We sold the wine I had.
oh, maybe not. I was going to say like,
Who wants to fight the boss metal hungover?
That's when I do my best work.
Make y'all roll for hangovers.
that's what I do.
That's
My
a
best work.
No one, can you even get drunk? Is this fair?
I never tried.
Oh. Alright. Now we have to survive whatever this next fight is because I've got to get you shit-faced.
Why would that want that on my face?
It's a turn of phrase. It means really drunk.
Oh.
So, okay. Learned a little bit about you. Not into shit. Got it.
No. Never was into people matter.
Metal, if you don't have booze, why the fuck did you wake me up?
I'll whisper to Cervantes. To be honest, I think Lars is a little depressed, and he could probably just pick me up.
Lars has not moved the whole time. This whole time.
Lars is like, if I don't move, they'll go away.
Maybe we should, like, do, like, a good old boy's prank on him. That'll get his spirits up.
Sorry, your girlfriend's dead.
No, that's not gonna. Wait, no, that's not
tonight.
gonna help.
Unless.
Well, I mean, it could be an innocent prank. Like, does anybody have... We can get, like, a bucket of water and, like, dump it on him, you know? Or, I mean, we could be classic and make him piss himself.
No, that's not, humiliating him is not going to help. Look, I'm trying to get this kid to, I don't know, get over his dead girlfriend and not kill himself.
Oh.
6 hours ago?
Well, not.
You want...
I guess.
Look.
To be honest, it kind of feels like it's been a couple of weeks.
Look, I'll share with you how I got over my wife being murdered.
You could help.
Drink. Was it drinking?
Did everybody just start yelling?
Ooh, I got a break. We could teleport him to Davryl's room.
Oh, we could do like I know a little prank. Like I can crawl into his little like covers with him, and then he wakes up and he's like, "Did we sleep together?" kind of thing, you know. and then I just look at him and I go, "Yes."
You know what?
You're gonna incite gay panic.
No, that feels like gay panic gaslighting.
Oh, it only works though if if they're shit-faced, once again we come back around full circle to alcohol. God damn it. Like, I got over my wife with the black gauntlet and and alcohol.
The Black Gauntlet and alcohol.
Lethal laxative.
Well, and lethal X. Maybe not the. There's other strip clubs available.
Never mind.
Well, now he's got me up to no good.
Cervantes planning pranks. Googling pranks to alleviate grief. Yes, you sneak up on the poor, traumatized, grief-stricken half-orc who's in the midst of a depression sleep, trying to reconcile his belief in a benevolent god with the fact that his girlfriend, who he looked up to as an inspiration of faith, decided that she didn't want to continue this fight.
I'm gonna try to play Chubby Bunny with Sleeping Lars. Bloop!
Okay.
Bloop! Bloop in his mouth.
Yep.
I'll
Make
just
a con save, Lars.
sleight of hand into Lars's. Oh!
Oh, yeah. Yep.
At one point I messaged Metal, you went to Cervantes. This type of advice. Out of all of us.
The concept. What's the concept for dryness? 17?
Cervantes cheers me up a little bit.
Dust of dryness. So the way I'm using it is I created beads of water, and I'm gonna put those little beads in his mouth, and then I'm gonna release them, and they turn into water in his mouth.
Okay, so you're.
I'm just drowning Lars.
Okay. And you're like, water comes out your nose, and
But I'm not gonna release it till I'm in bed, looking like I'm asleep.
yeah, water comes out your nose, like you choke on it a little bit.
I just like Lars just assumes he's just being cursed at this point.
Lars doesn't get a long rest. Too busy drowning in sleep.
Get to it, exhaustion.
Oh.
Again?
Blessed are the merciful.
Shut up.
Does anything else cross your mind as this is happening?
I think, because I mean, he's still. I know Lars knocked him out, so I guess he's still breathing. And so I think just a flash, his old friends died, unfortunately. I think there's just a bit of regret. Promised he'd finish him off for them, and as it's just slowly, fading to black, he just sees their faces.
Okay. Yeah, you see the memories of the people that you counted as friends before this. You see the only people, really, before these guys that you would count as family. And you remember the promise that you made, and you remember the despair that came afterwards. And for the briefest moment, you feel this flicker of lightning in your heart. And you remember other promises that you made. And then everything is dark.
Lars is going to get the uncut gem, and uncaring of the boiling blood, he's going to jam the gem where Davril's heart would be. And he will start to say a prayer, and then midway through, he will start to mutter some words that only, I think, Yeah, basically anybody who's really close could hear you just saying, "Can't die. You still have to fulfill. You have a purpose. You still have a promise to keep." And he's just gonna keep pressing that diamond until something happens with it, if anything happens.
Yeah, and it's in that moment that Davril makes the choice to come back, to fulfill his promises, to see the people that he loves again. And Lars, you almost think it hasn't worked. There's just enough hesitation that you start to doubt. And then you feel that large golden fatherly hand of Lythander's curve around yours, around the diamond. And it gets warm. And then it gets hot. And the diamond shatters in your hand. And it spreads across Davril's chest and almost seems to glow for a minute. And at first it's that warm golden glow, that sunrise glow that you associate with your god and with his love. And then as it curls around his shoulders and up over his face and obscures his features, it almost seems to crackle and roil like storm clouds and like lightning and Jan. And as the lightning flashes, he breathes deeply and he comes back to life. And Davril, you feel like shit.
Lars, what's Lars' facial expression?
Lars is just crying. Like he's obviously been ugly crying over your body.
Mm-hmm. His nose he's green. His nose has gone almost blue from crying, and just like there's snot coming out, and like he looks like a crumpled green Muppet crying right now.
Like, Lars, what's wrong, buddy? No reason to get up all upset. What's got you so upset right now?
As he's still holding onto your chest, like he's pushed the gem into your heart. He's still holding that motion, and he will use cure wounds on you as he does it, and he will just say, "You can't live to kill. You have to live to love. Have to live for something."
Thank you, Lars. I appreciate it.
All right. Cervantes
This
will
world
come.
didn't deserve you.
Cervantes will come around the side of L'Oreal, and he's thumbing a blessed coin between his fingers. And he looks down at her. I can't fucking believe you chose not to come back when you had unfinished business. You spoke so much about, in the face of adversity, bearing the weight of the innocent and taking on the challenge for the greater good, despite all its hardships. And when Lars called you back here, you said no. And leaving Lars like this without a goodbye, I'll never fucking forgive you.
Spicy.
But when I was lost in my ideals, you helped me see the good in myself that I had found, that I had been searching for. So now we have to go win a war without your ass. Thanks. But at the very least, you have my respect. Rest easy. We'll take care of the rest. And I flip the coin on her. Place it on her chest. And I'll walk away with that.
When it lands on her chest, nobody else sees anything. Nobody else even necessarily knows anything. But as it lands, you feel a little jolt. And you hear, it's almost like you hear a voice say, "Fuck you." And you heal 6 HP.
You heal 6 HP. I have.
Now, Davril, you and I, we've been very close friends. And my food's here. Why, thank you.
Well said.
Oh, look who's here. There's a squire from the Order of the Radiant Heart. Like, he's got like a bandage over one eye, but he's sitting there holding like your Cervantes like sack of tacos that he ordered.
Thank you.
It has been an honor to know one of the best versions of you that there are out there.
I look at Davril. What the fuck does he mean?
I would just take the compliment and Cervantes to you as well.
How many other versions of me do you know?
I lean over to Ian and go, "There are worse versions?"
Yes.
Like send a message like, "Worse than this one?"
I replied, he wasn't here last time.
What?
Yeah, Oh, that got left out of the recap. This happened like maybe like the 4th session or 5th session, many moons ago. And Ian revealed that he had done all of this has happened before, and all of this will happen again. And yes, I just Battlestar Galactica you. Enjoy that. And he revealed that the last time this happened, Cervantes just fucked off before the last battle.
Look, your cooperation has earned you a favor from me. You get a choice in how this ends. 2, in fact. And he takes out some of the remaining solvent and pours it in a drinking cup he has from his traveler's pack and puts it on one side of the throne. And he takes out Genevieve's gun and he clicks it. How do you want to go today?
Hey, you! King of the Jungle? I guess I don't know what I'm talking about here. Hey,
I
you
think
person.
that's
I'm gonna ask you.
He stops for a second and stands up very straight and slowly turns around to look at you. And you recognize him as someone who you've traveled with before. His name is Bolivar, but you know him as Bo. And upon seeing you, he has this giant casket-looking thing on his back, which you all know has a large cello in it. He puts it down and just hand over his face in his locks. Oh, my companions! Oh, what a grim fate to find you here.
Oh, it's him.
Oh.
Oh,
Like, hands out over the car. One of the things we should speak of.
Bolivar goes running off, and Sareth Maul, after getting bitten and shaking off the bite, looks up and sees that he's all alone with 4 other dogs.
Other dogs.
And
You're a dog?
And he's like, "Oh shit!" He pulls Zotan. Zotan right here.
My guy, are you Lifeweaver?
You were usually tempted to resist.
Oh shit! I need help.
Sultan, come back.
Pluck Sultan.
To be honest, you should resist.
You fail. And I make you appear, and I go, Sultan.
Bo runs over, like, away from the wolves and goes, "Finally, it's safe at last!" And then 2 wolves jump down. And just beat the shit out of him. Oh!
Humanity!
Wait, is Bo down?
Not yet, he's just very hurt.
He's just very hurt.
It's so dramatic that even the DM is wondering.
You're better than me.
Thanks for the heal, loser. Oh. Yeah, no, I am gonna run away.
Oh fuck! My wolves. Wait, are you gonna? You used your action to heal yourself.
Yeah, no, they can hit me. This is just funny.
It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it is.
You take 7 piercing damage and I need a strength save.
Oh no.
And the other one chooses not to.
Oh no, I failed.
You're back here and you are prone.
I try and thanks for the heal, loser. I try and run away and I get attacked by a dog. Oh, the trap!
Okay, I need some. All right, I haven't had some in a while. I just need some. I am starving over here.
We had like a shit ton, and that one dude that head got cut off should have had some blood.
Do you know how hard it was for me not to come over and suck off that corpse?
Wait, what?
Phrasing! Phrasing, Eris, phrasing!
Walk over and I put my hand on the table and lean on it and I go, "Hello, ma'am. Would you like to do the courtship wrestle with us two?"
Where the fuck's your nose?
Damn.
Well,
Rude.
I don't have a nose. Well, I do have a nose. I just don't have an appendage for a nose.
It's small.
Listen, I don't know what you are or what your friend is, but we are not interested.
I told you.
I swirl my wine around. There are infinite numbers of universes out there with people more beautiful than you, and I walk away. Hey Colgan, check out this hat I got.
That's a very cool hat. You know, if you
put it on.
I take off all my clothes, and then I put on the hat.
The crown?
I do.
You immediately hear a voice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dong out.
You're not who I was. Why are you naked?
I was in the middle of courtship.
Are you drunk?
This is the courtship hat.
Hold on. I'm supposed to be a mysterious. Where did you find my crown?
I am the sex king.
Are you saying all of this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh.
His like eyes are he's like cross-eyed, but he's talking with the hat on.
Are you drunk too? Like, I didn't think you were that drunk, but if you're a sex king, then you know.
My hand goes on your face.
From your mouth, though, I need to hear you say, "Yes, you can touch me and do things to me," because that just makes this all kind of extra weird.
Okay, this is weird. I'm not watching this. The crown vanished.
Well, it's like absolutely fucking not.
The crown
Consent,
vanishes.
not on my watch.
So your hat makes you extra pretty.
Did the hat disappear?
Yeah, the hat is gone.
I'm nothing.
Where'd it go?
I'm nothing without my crown. I just like pick up my clothes and I walk out of the room naked.
Oh,
No.
All right.
And I go and I find Ziva and Michelina.
You can't win them all. And I just turn over and go to sleep.
While I was walking up the stairs, I do take the tooth out of my mane and drop it at the top.
Oh, you bitch.
Wow.
I would add 20 on the perception to look for it.
That was persuasion. You rolled persuasion.
Oh, I worked for
Fine.
some. No, shoot, hold on.
He persuaded the tooth to come
He
off.
persuaded my tooth to fall out.
You rolled
It's
a
fine,
20
it's fine.
regardless.
Yes,
That's so more.
21!
That's all
it's
Yep,
fine.
yep. He finds it. He finds the tooth, and he just drops it. And Ziva here, as the tooth hits the top of the stairs.
Oh, I just
deeply
wanted.
sigh.
I wanted to be honest about what's going on with me, and I would hope that in return you would do the favor. You see, I don't much care for what goes on here in a sense. I want to create a story, and I know Strahd's is horrible, and I want to make it worse.
Oh God.
So I don't know what your goal is, but if you promise that it makes this place worse, I'll do my best to help you.
She sips her coffee, which is in like a nice little teacup. Places it back in the saucer she's holding. You bring me my hell shard, and I'll ensure that this place becomes hell on earth.
I just extend a paw. Pleasure.
We are at an accord. Ensure that the shard comes to me, and I'll do whatever I can to make this place worse.
I appreciate it, and I hope you excuse whatever snooping my compatriots get up to. I will assure you that nothing too bad will come to you and yours.
Oh, I'm hoping that whatever they find down there, will cause them to come running back.
I'm gonna take a quick step back toward the doors.
And close them.
And I close them and put the immovable rod between the handles and click it.
I knew this was going to come in handy for Sarah.
Click.
I see him smash it and it's still like, ah! And I'm like, oh.
Oh, it's not expected.
Back up a little bit. And my turn.
Alright.
Not seeing that he put the immovable rod, I'm going to attempt to go for these doors.
Oh no.
Bro, I
don't
can't
throw
stay in my circle. Stay in my
Man. Shit. A bonus action dash. Run the opposite way.
Vampire just watches this happen.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself,
That's just so big.
and I am going to make myself look like my mother.
I mean, he watched you do this. All of this. You float over and just down, and you turn into your mother, and you go, do you think taking Tatiana's form is going to anger me?
Oh, this is my mother.
I know. I doubt you are mine.
I hope I'm not yours.
That makes two of us.
You are a weak man who coveted your brother's wife and have spent the last hundreds thousands of years, wrecking the lives of everyone in this dimension because you want to try to capture something that was never yours to begin with. And every piece of what you do to us, to these people, your show of bravado is just because you are sad and broken on the inside. So no, I
Silence.
hope that you were never my father.
His eyes turn glowing red. He becomes more animalistic. His fangs seem like he's transforming before your very eyes. His fangs poke out a little bit. He's becoming more what's Nosferatuan in nature. Like his large pointed ears start to get bigger. You see his back haunches. He's angry now. I'm gonna say he's grappling you by like doing this weird mouth thing, like just pinching your cheeks together with his, and keeping his hand over your mouth. And he says,
"Okay,
look, dear daughter, I am lord of this land. I can do whatever I please with my subjects. You do not get to decide suddenly to come back. You could have stayed in the material plane and left me and my kind alone, but then you just had to be a little mama's girl. So I'm gonna give you a reason to run." And he's gonna use his bonus action to do a ability called Ve Victis.
Well, this guy said he didn't want my help and he didn't close the door.
By the way, you have good hearing, so you probably heard, "I don't know how sex works. Oh, I'll show you." And then you hear a ba-dum against the door.
Okay, I hear your cry for help.
And the beholder disappears.
Interview with a vampire does he look like?
Which interview with the vampire?
Which one's the sluttiest?
Lestat.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It's just like Lestat. You could even like he's wearing like one of those see-through shirts. He's got nipple piercings and all that.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely Lestat.
As he tries to charm me, I go, "I don't know how sex works here."
Yeah, that would be a turnoff.
Oh, don't worry, my child. I will show you.
Oh no!
And he will lift up a finger and Eldritch Blast you 3 times.
There you go.
Oh no!
They're trying to get kinky and then they Eldritch Blast me. Classic dog move.
You're gonna get blasted.
You haven't been Eldritch blasted in the bedroom. Are you really subbing?
13 nipples.
A cat man named Charlie Piggles, who's funny looking, has ramen noodle hair, eyebrows slit, cow loop, sunglasses with charlatine, whatever that means, doubly beard over his tabaxi fur, a hoodie, and he is a gray cat from Big Nora Money, Charlie Pickles. Didn't miss anything, right?
That was 100% correct.
Did you happen to have his last known location?
Yeah, it was here. So it's just this one running with Tegan. Yeah, Manon, what are you doing?
I will cunning action dash, and I do a slide at the end here, and I reach out both hands and cast Cure Wounds on Tegan.
Tegan, you're awake. You're getting dragged.
It's like there's just so much grass, like just dirt in my mouth as I'm being dragged. Like, what's happening?
You get 3 health back. Sorry.
That is fine. That is all I need.
Will that be all, Manon?
That's all I can do.
Legion?
Legion's gonna
Help! I'm like, I've got a hold of him, but I'm very weak also. The bull's just dragging both of us.
Oh, don't fuck it up.
That fucking.
Maybe I'll just make all my villains gay as shit.
Disney. It's Disney.
Oh, look at all these failures! Everybody takes 35 fire damage and an additional 35 necrotic damage.
Janice is down.
Tegan is 35. That is
Summon
70.
Augusta is down.
That is 70. Tegan is on death's door with 5.
He just conjures it. Dance for your life! Poof! Down the hallway, Niall, you watch as all your friends are horrifically exploded in black and red flames. And as the smoke clears, 2 of them are on the ground. She looks at Refna, looks at the pterodactyl flying in the other direction. Shit.
I'll get to her. She just needs to survive.
Squawk, 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 squawk. She can return. Out of the mist, this chain whips out and with blades attached to it, and it slaps. It wraps around Legion's neck, and Legion, you are grappled automatically.
Poor choice, but all right.
And you take 30 slashing damage as it grips into your metal, and the blades, as the chain goes taut, sinks into the armor plating and pierces it. And then it's going to continue. Does a 29 hit?
No, no, it does not. Of course it does.
That's 35 chain damage.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god.
And as these 2 chains wrap onto you, you see this creature come crawling out of the mist with chains out of its back shot into you. And you hear it whisper in a wretched voice, "Where is Star?" The creature is in the mouth of the T-Rex. Bonus action Misty Step.
Motherfucker.
This thing has spells.
You see it whoosh, in a cloud of smoke and crows, and it appears here, and it looks up, and the light coming out of it visibly becomes brighter as it makes eye contact with Tegan. Star.
Look around.
I'm gonna take off the webs here. It sprouts 2 more arms from its torso and begins scurrying toward Tegan.
Oh fuck!
I'm so glad I can't see this.
This is not good at all.
About the star, it. And the tip of my arrow comes out its mouth, and he crumbles.
Indeed, he does. And you see the different as this final blow lands and devastates it. You can see that the magic is weakening that bind it together as bits of metal and cloth begin falling apart, and it collapses to the ground, visibly looking at Tegan. Star, never forgive. Will return, as it finally crumples to the ground lifeless. And you see this magical essence release from the body and dissipates. And you can see this, almost what looks like a pixie flying through the air, goes through the trees and disappears.
Fuck was that?
Do I still have a hook in my fucking aftermath? Or did that disappear with it?
The what? Oh, the
Do I
hook in
still
you?
have, like, a...
Yeah,
I
it's still in
have a
there. Yeah, it's still in there.
I don't know, but can someone please help me? There is a hole in my stomach, and I do not like it.
I'll go help him.
Legion's is gonna bonus action activate the flame tongue halberd. 40 feet of light emits from him, and then another 40 feet of dim light emits from him.
Ah, there's the light.
I'll have Lucky help me on a medicine check to extricate this hook from Tegan's chest.
I am in quite the amount of pain. I do not know things could be this bad.
Pulling on it, and I'm like, maybe you could explain to me why that monstrosity was looking for you.
It wasn't looking for me. I mean, really?
I yanked on it a little bit.
Star?
Yeah, stop. It kept saying stop.
Your last name is Star Hunter. I'm not that dumb.
Yes, you are probably the smartest one. Yes. Do I fully recognize this thing?
Go ahead and have a gander.
Huh. Seems someone has gotten out.
Tegan?
Someone has gotten out?
What?
Ooh. This is not good. Not good at all.
What are you talking about?
Tegan, if you don't tell me right now what in the actual fuck just happened, I will put this hook back in.
I would appreciate it if you did not do that. Let's just say and for clarification, the doll that I did, it's my original body. I'm assuming.
It looks like it.
Okay, fuck.
Original body?
Yes. How to explain?
Quickly and thoroughly, preferably.
Okay, short version. I, myself, Tegan Star Hunter, may or may not have been a body, but of another.
Did you steal the one you're in right now?
Yes, I technically did.
Okay.
So this, whatever you are right now, you're not Tegan Star Hunter. Tegan Star Hunter is whatever is inside whatever this is right now.
Legion, you're one to talk.
I know.
Yeah, like really, you're judging me.
Yeah, affirmative. But we had our souls stolen and put into a metal body. We didn't steal someone else's body.
Oh, the carionettes?
Yes. I was a doll that was brought to life. Which means that I do not fully understand. And let's just say certain things occurred, and I may or may not have taken this body that is technically not Team Star Hunter, but goes by a different name, which is irrelevant at this point. And yes, that I was not always a human.
So Jen knows how this works. Can I roll Arcana to see if Manon knows how that works?
Sure.
Is this the thing where like a creepy ass little doll stabs somebody with a little needle and then they switch bodies with them, and to switch back you have to get stabbed with the same needle?
You notice the one that Tegan's been using to cast spells is a fucking needle.
Was
perhaps he puts his needle away?
Legion is gonna snatch the doll out of your hands and point at it and go, "Was this your old body?"
Yes, that was mine. Look, the person who I took this body from was not the nicest person. I didn't even fully understand what had happened. I actually tried to kill them, with instead swapped our bodies, and I took advantage of the situation.
Huh. Oh, that's a natural 20!
What?
Damn it! Fuck
Whoa!
you!
Yes!
Oh!
Fuck you! Wait.
Manon.
There! There!
He, as you take out your weapon, you make your attack. He says, I have been here for over 1,000 years, born here from the collision itself. I will not be trifled with, as you whip. And how do you end his life?
I pull my whip off of my belt while he's in the middle of pontificating this bullshit, and I yank it around his throat, and it's got the hook that that scarecrow thing had when we first got some of Tegan's backstory attached to the end of it, and it wraps around his throat, and I yank it and just rip his throat out with the hook to end his blathering. And I lean forward so that the last thing he hears is me say, everything you loved is going to die, and I'm the one who killed it. And then I yank the whip free.
You hear him gurgle, trying to respond as he falls backwards and hits the ground. She goes, I am concerned. You know, the fact aside that if my superiors found out that the Sylvan Wildlands was taken down and the crystal stolen, and it was not stolen by me, that I'll get 10,000 lashings or something like that. I'm worried that they're going to put a target on you.
Well, good thing I'm good at hiding. We don't have a lot in common besides, our faces, I guess. But we're both pretty stubborn about doing what we think is the right thing. So if they want to put a target on my back, I'll say let them come.
Can Legion be somewhere Manon can see, but Hecate can't, with cue cards that just say, tell her not to go back?
Yeah. Nobody stays.
We know. But isn't that why there's an afterlife? We're gonna see each other.
Oof.
It feels like we're talking about death now. What the fuck?
It's okay. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. This is why he's a -1 in charisma.
I interject.
Please.
What our
She cries harder.
what our friend is trying to say is that though there may be some goodbyes, they are often not forever. I have friends in several places that I have not seen for years, but I still hold those bonds true to my heart. And I have faith that when the time comes, I will end up seeing them again, whether that's like in my travels or however. Not, it does not have to be death.
Leech is gonna try to drink a beer.
How does that work? And anyways, I have faith. No matter which path Tegan chooses, we still, in the future, will have an option to visit him. And that should go for any of us. This is not the end. It is just a new beginning.
Listen, I have abandonment issues.
Basil comes sliding down another drink in front of Manon and says, "If you love that man, go out there and declare it to him."
It's not that kind of conversation, Basil.
Thank you, Basil. Thank you.
Sure. Wink. He winks at Manon and keeps going down the bar.
Wait, is this that kind of conversation?
No, Manon's right. She's got abandonment issues.
Pulled into the crystal as you meditate, and you find yourself, when you open your eyes, floating amongst what appear to be clouds in a pocket dimension of perhaps. And there, you're able to see in front of you the golden figure of Tamora, an avatar of some kind. And you hear her say your name. Manon Honortide. Child, follower, and paragon of luck. You have reached me, and thus I am happy to share any answers you seek.
And I don't feel like I have the right to ask, but can you give me anything that will help me in saving as many people as I can? I want to load the coin so that we get the best possible outcome.
Although you have not been a cleric of divine faith, your faith in me alone has earned you my favor. I have always been there. Every time a situation comes to chance, I do my best to give you the most favorable odds I am able to from my position. But always know your ability to think and weigh options is the greatest way to change your odds. The decisions you make, whether you play a card or don't, affects the entire game. Manon, there is something I need to tell you. We, the deities, have been concerned that the business of which you are caught in is not of mortal men. There are signs that the vestiges are involved and employ the help of mortals to achieve their agenda. As my follower, I task upon thee. Find whoever it is that is serving the vestiges. And dispose of them. Our connection is waning. And she reaches out a golden hand and takes yours. Know that I am always with you. And that the odds are ever in your favor. As she begins to turn into mist. And you feel yourself falling back into your body. And the channeling of the crystal ends. Welcome to the Order of Erudition's real HQ.
Is the architecture here kind of like Andrew Ryan?
Oddly enough, no. This place looks a little more futuristic in nature. It looks like the engineering that has been employed by Lord Matthias, or really Melchizedek as you know him, has come a long way. And as he walks down the hallway with you, he gestures with his hands and he says, Legion, the Iron Legion, as you are familiar from before, was a way to immortalize some of our greatest warriors and allow them to serve the Empire beyond what the flesh could support. And it was able to protect us from all kinds of threats inside and out. When the collision happened, something occurred that I don't fully understand. Radioactive energies from the different planes entered our world when the planes collided with one another, and anomalies began to occur. I didn't really know of your existence until just recently, and what you are. When the planes collided, it looked like the deaths of so many happening at the same time when planes were mixing and molding with each other. It affected what usually happens. Typically, when the soul leaves the body, it moves on to one of the other planes, whether it be the Celestial, Mount Celestia, or whether it's the Nine Hells, or the Shadowfell. They have someplace to go. But when all the places become one place, for just that minute, where do they go? When matter and physics and all sciences that we know are thrown out the window, what happens? We still don't know the answer to that question, but apparently we know the end result. Somehow, in the mix of it all, the souls convened unto one place, and they unified.
Are you talking about us?
I am talking about you. Legion, I am genuinely fearful for the people of the Austrolithic League and the liberty of the people of Yavena. When the collision happened, it was so quick, and we didn't even realize what was happening until it was already in motion. When we tried to launch an assault to stop it, it was too late. And the only way for me to escape what was about to happen was to travel forward in time. But what we had was stunning, beautiful, built in the image of the deities. We had an empire with scarcity. Scarcity was such a thing of the past. We were blessed with bountiful harvests. We had ridden ourselves of disease. We regularly had contact through the solstices with the deities themselves in a way that mortals today don't even understand. And now I look at the world 1,000 years later, and it's wrought with war and famine and starvation and disease, with politics and greed. I want to restore the world to what it was before, when we knew peace and unity, and we were one with the gods. Frankly, an army of Stellenic soldiers could contest them. My Stellenics have been upgraded, and they are capable of far more than they were 1,000 years ago. But the problem is, they only function when souls are put into them, which is a ritual. And even if 1,000 people came forward to me and wished to surrender themselves to serve as Stellenics, I would have to do rituals with 10 people at a time, and it would take too long. And it would consume too many resources in the short span of time we have. But there is 1,000 souls in one body standing here in front of me. You alone could create an army that could defeat the enemy if you would go through the ritual.
Legion will look up at this massive tower of other robots. Go. There's 1,000 in this tube?
Roughly.
And Legion will step into the fire.
After you say that, he starts to think. He goes, and he begins to cast the ritual, and he does these hand gestures and motions, and he takes out grains of sand, powdered gold, diamonds, and you watch them all consume, and burn, and generating magic as if it was fuel. And he places his hands down on a panel beneath him as it lights up, and you can see magical runes begin to light up that connect from his panel to the platform you're on, and then up into what look like as if there were wires, circuitry going up the walls, and you can see, Legion, you can feel souls being pulled from you as if being sent up the circuitry wire. And you can see around you suits of armor lighting up, all up the wall. And this pillar of arcane energy overtakes you as they all begin to, at first one at a time, but all at once soon, funneling out of you. And once the last suit of armor is filled, he releases the spell. And you open your eyes, your 8-bit eyes, and you're still existing. Where you were and as you were. But oddly enough, you feel almost lighter. And it's within your own mind, it's so much more quiet than it used to be.
"1,000 empty seats. And 1,000 troops ready to fight and hopefully not fall." And I think in 1,000 different voices, Melchizedek hears, "We are Legion."
His eyes go wide as he looks up. Looks like that answers my curiosities. Thank you, Legion. As he opens his hands up in the air, and you can see almost like tethers of magic from his fingertips extend out, and you hear him say in this almost arcane language, "Activate." As the color of the eyes change, and you can feel your control over them suppressed as he casts this magic, and the enchantments along the armor of each Stellenic is channeled through, and he orders them all to drop off the walls and enter sentry stance in the room.
Dope. Not sure the suppression magic was really necessary. They're soldiers. They will follow your orders.
Just had to test if it worked. He releases it, and you can feel your consciousness regain contact with them again.
Neat. Hopefully he's not going to do an Order 66. I really hope.